Okay, so we're talking, just so we have the recording. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams of Fort Washington, Maryland. We are inviting people to the call and we're going to get right into action. So Kyla Leah, I was inviting someone to the conversation at the pool. I didn't actually. I was scared to do that. And she said, that woman needs ketones. Go talk to her. Have you talked to her yet? I said, no. So she said, what did you say?
Face your fears.
Face your fears. She said, face your fears. I said, oh no, you're right. I have to face my fears. Out of the mouth of babes, the truth is spoken. So if you have any fear around inviting people to this call, just face it. Just do it. She pushed me and I said, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. And she said, no, do it today. Invite today. And that was in person, but this can be in person that you invite people to this call, but we're going to be inviting virtually. Thank you, Kyla.
I'm going to.
Gracias. Okay. So we are going to get started, and the purpose of this call is to build that belief in ourselves. So when we join in and listen, we get to hear the stories of what's going on in this community, how this is creating a ripple impact in our own lives, but also past into the greater communities. And then we also get to help other people have a picture of what can happen when they drink ketones, what can happen when they put ketones in their bodies. And that ability to have someone hear that from someone other than my mouth, if I'm talking to them and I'm sharing ketones with them, I want more people than just myself to be the voice for that. And when I get to share this call with them, it's like gold, because it does that third-party validation. So this opportunity also gives us, whether or not people say yes or no to joining us, or even if they respond or not, when we invite them today, we get the opportunity to just connect. And that connection is like planting a seed. It's like watering that seed if it's already planted. So we get to do that in a way that is easy, and it's in a way that we can follow up. So even if they say no, we can say, if I was able to grab the call recording, would you be interested in watching it? And then from there, we get to continue and follow up. If they want the call recording, we get to send that. And this just adds more and more fuel, because we know that people don't make decisions about purchases until they've been touched around that for 5 to 7, sometimes 5 to 12 times. And so this is just a part of the process. It's a part of the system that we have, and it's an amazing one. And every time that I listen to the stories, I'm like, oh, wow, look what we have in our hands, and look what we get to share. So we're going to get started, because this is about action. We're not going to be on here very long. I'm going to get you into action. So first, what I want you to do is to get out a pen and paper if you don't have it, or use your phone in the notes section. And I want you to write down a list of as many people as come to your mind that are not drinking ketones yet, or that are drinking ketones and loving them and might want to earn them for free as a customer or as a promoter. So write down a list. If you need to open up your messenger or open up your phone, your contacts in your phone, go to those places. If it's easy just to start at A or to start at the top, if you go to your Facebook and you go to go to Messenger, and if you go to people on the bottom right, the glare is strong, but bottom right, then you'll see how many, the ones that are active on the top right. And then you can see everyone who's online right now with a green circle next to them. That could be part of your list. I like to create my list first so that I'm not wasting time looking for people. I want to just have people ready, and then I can look if I have more time. But that way I'm just sending the same invite message to each of those people. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to make a list of as many people as you can think of, at least 3 to 5. Let's try to get 10 on there, or 11, but push yourself to do a little bit more than what you normally do. Find a few more people than you normally invite. So I'm going to be quiet. You have 3 minutes, find those people, and then I will get us into actually inviting them. Okay, I want you to, 30 minutes has passed. How many, put in the chat how many people you were able to invite, or write down a list. I'm sorry, I haven't invited yet. How many people are on your list? Put it in the chat. Let me see. Okay, I want to see that 12, 7, 15. Awesome. What other numbers are in here? 18. Awesome. Okay, now I want you to take 30 more seconds, and the people that come to your mind that maybe you haven't talked to yet about this, or that you haven't talked to in a while, add their names. So we're going to take another 30 seconds and write a few more. Okay. How many more did you think of, or how many more people did you add to your list? Put that number in the chat. One, two, 4, 1. Awesome. 2. Wonderful. Okay. So we now have a ton of people to invite. This is awesome, because this is now, you have added to your reach. You've added to the number of people that you're reconnecting with. And we haven't even spent that much time yet. And we're not going to spend a whole lot of extra time either. So this is great, because it really, for me, it reminds me how simple this is, that it does not have to be a whole lot of extra. You can also get off of this Zoom today and call the people that you normally talk to, or walk outside, or go wherever you're going and also invite that way. This is the virtual way, but there's other ways that we can do this as well. So now what we're going to do is actually invite. We are going to do invite with this language. You can use the language that makes sense to you. Keep it simple. I'm going to try to type in the chat as well what this is, the language is, but I want to say it first. And it's as simple as this. So depending on where you are in your conversation with them, if you've already talked to them about ketones, maybe they've seen the campfire video, maybe you've just told them about it, You are going to use, are you still interested in learning more about ketones? We're doing a private call tonight to help answer questions and hear more about how sharing this conversation is changing lives and creating a ripple impact. And you can leave the sharing in there, or you can just say how this conversation is changing lives and creating a ripple impact. So I'll say that again. You can change my language a little bit to make it yours. You can use the same exact language, but are you still interested in learning more about ketones? We're doing a private call tonight to help answer questions and hear more about how sharing this conversation is changing lives and creating a ripple impact. And then you're going to put the details. So the details are also in the Pulse, but it's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. Central time, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, and then the link. So let me see if I can. Awesome. Sarah just jumped. I asked Sarah to come in and drop it into the chat so it's easier. I think she is in. Thank you to also the McCarthy's. Thank you for typing it in there. Okay, that is the, let me see if I can find, I'm on my kid's iPad and can't find the link from here. Let me add the link. So you're going to use that first. So you're not going to send the link until they say answer this question. So if the McCarthy's, thank you for writing that in the chat. If you can also type into the chat, if I were to send you the call details, would you be interested in listening in? Or if I were to send you the Zoom link, would you be interested in listening in? So you're not sending in your invite, you're not sending the link yet. So you don't actually need that information yet. You're just sending, if I were to send you the Zoom link, would you be interested in listening in? Let me see. Awesome. Thank you, the McCarthy's. If I were to send you the Zoom link, would you be interested in listening? So this is going with your, if it's someone you've never talked to, then you're going to say, hey, I've been drinking this stuff that's changed my life. I have more focus, energy, and have even dropped a few sizes or whatever it is for you. And then you're going to say, we have a private call tonight. And then the rest of that. And that's it. So people are going to want to respond. They're going to feel like they need to respond because it's a yes or no question at the end. If I were to send you, would you be interested in listening in? And then they're going to say yes or no. What we're going to do now is take the next 5 minutes and you're going to copy and paste. So you type that somewhere. It can be to the first person that you're typing it to, but you can copy and paste it to every person that is on that list. Do not respond yet. This is the beauty. You get to just send all these 18 messages or however many on your list to each of those people, but don't respond yet. You might see things come in. If you see a yes come in, drop it in the chat. I got a yes. Someone said yes. You can share that and we'll celebrate with you on here, but we're not going to respond yet. We're just going to be sending out the invites. So we're going to take 5 minutes and send out to those people that you have on your list. Thank you again, McCarthy's, for putting that in the chat. And I saw there was a question too. Let me respond. Laura, there are some delays that are going on right now. and they're due to COVID related supply issues. So the website, there's a website when you go to support.justpruvit.com and it has shipping updates. Then you can see which products are delayed and when they're expected to ship. It's possible that because of something that's in your promoter pack or in that pack is in this list, the best thing to do is to email support@pruvithq.com and ask them to send things separate, send what's ready now, and whatever is delayed, send it when it's ready. All right, we have 3 more minutes to send this message to the people on your list.
Don't forget, you say, don't forget. That hose and get that box and pull it up as well.
All right. So if you didn't finish with your list yet, no problem. When we get off this Zoom, you can finish with your list and finish your list before you start responding to people, because you can it's okay if you don't respond right away. I know we're kind of conditioned now with our technology to just respond right away, but it's okay to wait to respond. When we respond, if they say yes, then you're going to drop into the chat. Sarah's going to put into the chat the link. I know it's not in the Pulse just yet, so it'll be in your Pulse as well. And if you don't copy it, but you can copy it from the chat right now, put it into a note so that you have it to share with people. And you can say, awesome. And then share these call details that Sarah's going to put into the chat, and then, and the link, and then say, so excited for you to hop on. I like to say, I look forward to hearing what you resonated with, so that I kind of set them up to really listen, to be able to share with me what they walk away with and what they're going to take forward from this conversation that they're going to hear tonight. And then I also think it's really helpful to follow up with those people like 10 an hour prior to the call starting, and then even another like 5-10 minutes before it starts. I know that my day gets really busy and I forget what's going on at times until I'm reminded by something that comes up in my pulse or reminds me that something's coming into my messenger. So if that's the same, I think that's the same for a lot of people. We're caught up in a lot of things during our day. And so you reminding them will help with that. If they say no, that they're not able to get on, if you then say, no problem, we're usually able to record it. If I can grab you the call recording, would you be interested in watching it? If Sarah is still in here, I think she might not be. If someone can drop that into the chat. So no problem at all. If usually we can record it.
We have the cheese nuts.
No, water. Why? Okay, just a second. Sorry. No water has right.
Why?
So when you're doing that, you're saying no problem. If I'm able to grab you the call recording, would you be interested in watching it? And then they can tell you yes or no. If they tell you no, you can leave it at that, and you can ask them if they want you to continue following up or not. You can also just say no problem. Let me know, or you can ask them directly. I don't want to be a bother. Let me know if you're still interested in drinking ketones. It's okay to ask them that and to say, hey, I don't want to be a bother, because I like getting no's just as much as yeses. No's help me to know who to not keep talking to now. I might follow up in a year from now, but also it helps me to know, okay, they're still interested. They're just not ready just yet. How many yeses have people gotten? Have you gotten, I know you haven't, you were told not to look at your message yet. And if, okay, so
Yeah.
let me see. Sorry. If you got a yes, or you could tell from seeing as they popped in, tell us in the chat that you've gotten some yeses, or how many yeses you've gotten. If you've gotten a no, awesome. Ask them if they're interested in listening to the call recording. And thank you, Sarah, for dropping in the chat. There's the message with the call recording pieces. So that has a little piece at the top. We're going to keep that separate, and then add when they say yes to the call question, if I would you, then you're going to send that information with it's at 8:30 p.m. and then all that information, and if you're able to listen in. And then I like to add too, let me know if you're no longer interested. I don't want to bother you. That helps. So copy and paste that. And that's it. This is what we get to do every Wednesday. And you can invite Tuesday, you can invite Wednesday. It doesn't matter so much. Often people have some free time, or sometimes they're all planned out. So if you know who that person is, you could invite them well in advance if that's helpful. Yay, Nicole got a yes. Awesome. Yeses. So this is great. The more people you invite, the more people are going to say yes or no, and they want the call recording. The more, and from what I've learned is that the more that you invite really increases that numbers, because it's often possible that someone might say yes and they don't show up. That's okay too. It's not a problem. It happens to all of us. And it gives you another opportunity tomorrow to follow up and say, were you able to hop on? If not, or if so, depending on what they say, then you can say, if I were to send you the call recording, would you be interested in watching it? And that is just another opportunity to share. And sometimes it's easier to watch the call recording for certain people that have schedules that just don't match with what this is. So no problem at all. We have to detach ourselves from the outcome of what we're asking and marry ourselves to the process, and detach ourselves from the emotions that get caught up with it, and just know that you're planting and watering seeds. So as we get off, ask the rest of those people, as people come to your mind today, or as you're in conversations, ask more people. The more people we can invite, the more people are going to be present, and the bigger that this can grow and create the ripple impact that's already creating, and that you get to help people feel better in the process and hear other stories, as well as hear them yourself. If you can't jump on, it's okay. You can still invite to the call, even if you can't get on yourself. that doesn't mean that we get to do the work for you. Whoever's leading the call gets to do the work for you. And that's the beauty of this community. So have a wonderful day. Thank you all for being on. So excited that you all got invites out, and look forward to seeing who says yes, who says no, who gets to see the call recording. And we'll see you tonight if you can hop on. Have a great afternoon or day, wherever you are. Bye.